Welcome to Furrow, Mr. Nice Guy. I am your host, MNG, and today I got probably one of the best topics that we could talk about, which is the new dating trend. And we already know we like to go out there, we like to date, we like to socialize, and we like to try to get to know people, but the landscape has changed. It's post-pandemic. Everybody's beefing on, who's in the right, who's in the wrong. So I have my homegirl Shayla here, and she's going to go ahead, and we're going to go ahead and talk about this from her point of view of dating, my point of view of dating. I'm a little old school out here dating and everything. So Shayla, go ahead and tell the people what it is.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I don't know. I feel like the landscape is changed a lot, but at the same time, a lot of the characteristics are still the same.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like saying the Monopoly board is still the same, but, they keep changing the variations, but the rules are the same.
The rules are still the same, though, if you think about it.
Okay, well, go ahead. Run it down for me.
So, the type of women that men date and the type of men that women date, it's always, things that's not going to change is the money, the looks, and maybe sometimes, the ones you bring home to mom and the ones you just keep at a distance. So those are always going to be the same.
Okay, I'll have to disagree there. I think the looks are changing. Okay. I think, what I mean by looks is that sometimes you have those that gravitate to short people and you have those that graduate to tall people. Matter of fact, the look is changing so much. Take, for example, like my son. At first he used to have a fresh haircut. Now he don't have a fresh haircut. Now he just rock like the locks and everything, which is cool. But that's the style now. So the looks are changing, like the clothes are changing. Some people may dress a little bit more revealing. Men are dressing a little bit more feminine. Not necessarily saying gay or anything. I'm not saying that. The metro man. What they say that, hey, I'm comfortable in my masculinity. I can wear a purse. I can wear a nice blouse and everything. So the landscape so far as that is changing, and when we look at dating and we look at what, as you said, the money, the looks and everything, I guess it comes down to first is appearance, because when you look at somebody, you definitely gotta be attracted to them when you approach them. Like, I'm not gonna approach somebody that's ugly with jacked up teeth. You out there looking like Baraka from Mortal Kombat. I'm not about to approach you. You look like you about to eat me alive.
Oh, Lord.
I'm not doing I'm not doing that. That's just not what we doing. So you out there looking like Snackatooth, Jackatooth and shit, and you want me to go here and talk? No. You got dental insurance. You can go to the dentist and get your teeth fixed, but you want to sit here making $80,000 a year with jacked up teeth. Come on now. It gets to a point where veneers is necessary.
Not always.
Veneers not necessary?
Will Ferrell has jacked up teeth. Adam Sandler has jacked up teeth.
Okay, well, let's be honest.
I'm just saying.
Those are white people. So
yeah, okay, you're right. Touche.
You point to some black people
with messed up teeth.
Yes, that still got messed up teeth.
J. Cole.
Okay. Fair point.
Okay.
Fair point. Okay, so here's my question. Here's my first question. Do pickup lines still work, or is it the humor?
Oh God.
Hold on, cause listen to me. Hear me out. I hear a lot of women say, "Well, I don't like pickup lines. I like humor. If you can make me laugh, that's good to go."
But wouldn't that still be considered a pickup line, though?
Not necessarily. I mean, it's not like I'm walking up to you telling you a knock-knock joke.
But that might work on some people. See, okay, I'm biased because I like corny. So funny corny is great. And sometimes even if it's like a dad joke corny, you might still have a leeway. Okay. And pickup lines, you just got to use the right one. If it's like an obvious pickup line, of course, it's going to be like, no, get this dude away from me. But you got to be smooth with it. So I don't know. I feel like a lot of women, we all know the game. Everything, what do they normally say? Oh, I like your hair, or they crack a joke on your clothes, your shoes, something. Mm-hmm. That's still a pickup line to me. Even though it's a joke,
it is.
It's a pickup line. It's just something's gonna make you laugh.
You're absolutely right. Now, I'll go up in the club and I'll just be like, I'm just gonna be straight with it. Like, look, can I give you a call? I don't really want to have all the conversation. I really just want to get straight to the point. It's too loud. Now, if we at the bar, yeah, hey, how you doing? How your day going? Yeah, I'm gonna shoot my shot and have all the conversation I can. But if we in the club, nah. Like I had a friend, so I'm very selective about the girls that I come across and that I talk to, right? So I'm in the club. I'm like, it could be 100 women in the club. I'm probably gonna get to about 5 of them. Okay. So I had a homeboy who used to go to the club, and he would be like, "Yeah, man, I got like 50 numbers tonight." I'm like, "Motherfucker, ain't 50 people in here. There's not 50 people. Where the hell did you find these people?" Like, I don't even see people in here remotely attractive to talk to 50 people.
Cause okay, are you looking when you go to the club and you're looking for a number? Are you looking to date or just to have fun?
Well, that depends on the song that's on. So I'm joking. Look, I try to go to dance and have fun. Love to dance. But the other thing is, if I do see somebody that's attractive, then yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to talk. You know, in a nice little skimpy skirt. You know what I'm saying?
Oh Lord.
If she ain't with her, her friends be trying to cock block. You know, I be seeing them over there. Like, I gotta get that eye contact first. Like, I be seeing women that be married in the club. Like, I'm married. Why you at the club? You supposed to be at the bar somewhere.
Why we can't go to the club if we married?
Why do you need to go to the club when you married?
Men do it all the time.
Hold on, no, wait.
Shots fired.
This is not shots fired. This is not shots fired. Listen, hold on. You telling me that it's okay for a woman to go to the club and she's married? She can go to the bar, but the club, loud music, the whole 9 yards.
What's the difference between a club and a bar? You can dance at both. It's music at both. It's men looking for you at both.
Okay, true, but the club is louder.
That's even better. Nobody can talk to me. I can't hear you. I'm just dancing with my girls.
Why do you...
The bar is more like selective. Like, I can sit up there next to you, buy you a drink, buy you a couple shots. It's real intimate.
I don't think the bar is more intimate
than the club.
I would say that the bar is probably more social, but I definitely wouldn't say that it's more intimate. And the reason why I say it's more social because the music is playing lightly in the background. Like if you was on an elevator in one of them fancy buildings, I would say that. But to say that is intimate, no, I wouldn't say it's intimate.
I say it's intimate because you got to think, at a club, people have sections, they have booths. You got to pay for those. You can't just walk up in somebody's booth for a section. Now, a bar, you can sit next to the table. You can sit at the bar next to them. It's really nothing stopping you from getting super close to them.
Okay, that's facts. No, I'm not going to disagree with that. I'm not going to disagree with it. But I'm not running pickup lines anymore. I think I'm too old to run pickup lines. I think I'm just gonna run truth. Like, look, I think you cute. Can I call you? Don't give me your Instagram. I'm not following you. I'm not giving you Instagram followers, TikTok followers.
What's wrong with that?
What you mean? What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that?
Everything's wrong with that. So you're gonna give me just because Instagram protects people from like giving out their phone number, which is cool and everything. I just feel like it's impersonal. You gonna block me quickly on Instagram than you would if I just had your phone number.
I disagree because a lot of times if you follow me on Instagram, I may not even see it. Like it goes to the notifications and make it just get lost. I may not ever look at it again until like if I follow you back, then I'd be like, oh, this is the creepy guy or whatever, let me block him. But half the time they don't even follow you back, so it's like it's just gone and forgotten.
But why would we need to follow in like if it was like if you're on WhatsApp, all right, cool, I would take a WhatsApp. But I'm not about to be your Instagram follower. I don't want to do that.
It is impersonal, but I feel like at the same time too, they may look very attractive in the club, but you go to their Instagram, you see a lot of pictures. They may be on live. People may tag them in pictures. You be like, okay, this is not what I seen.
So the Instagram is for the judgment.
I would say it's like a double protection barrier because you may think they look good. You may think they have it all together. They may tell you like some nice little lies. You go on Instagram, you be like, oh no, this is not it.
All right, so let me run this past you. I have found some numbers online on Forbes, okay? So I just wanted you to tell me what you think about these numbers. Mm-hmm. All right, you ever online dated before?
I have.
I'm sure everybody has online dated before. If somebody was to tell me I ain't never online dated, I'm gonna be like, I think you lying. Because if you met somebody across Facebook, that's still considered online dating. How's it not? If somebody slid in your DMs on Facebook, that's not online dating?
Yeah, if you take, okay, that is.
It's just not an app that's designed for, well, I mean, they got the dating part now.
Yeah.
But it wasn't necessarily designed for like online dating at the time. But if somebody slid in your DM and was like, yeah, girl, you know, you was cute and everything like that, I had no choice. You came up with my friend's suggestion. I couldn't help but talk to you. Well, that's a pickup line right there.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
And then it was like, yeah, so what up? I mean, if y'all start talking on Facebook before y'all meet, essentially.
I feel like what it is, people had such like prejudgment of online dating that if it's Facebook, it's looked at more lightly than like, what is it, Hinged or what's the other one?
You got Hinge, you got Match.
Yeah.
You got a few others that's out there for the specific things.
Because people always think like online dating equals desperate. So it's like if you meet somebody on Facebook, it's like less desperate than actually building a profile looking for people. So it's like,
you know, I have to disagree. If people feel like that's desperate, then having somebody hook you up on a blind date is desperate too.
Yes, but no, because your friends know your type.
Not necessarily. They know what you tell them.
But they also know what hasn't worked for you in the past. So they have better eyesight than you. Minus looks.
Well, okay. Minus the looks. But first, let me say this. My friends couldn't hook me up with no damn body. Nobody. Like, they couldn't even say like, oh, well, we know a good woman for you. No, you really don't. First of all, my family already think so many different things about me as it is, especially my cousin. They had this, first of all, I know this is sidetracked, but it's funny as hell to me. My cousins for the last 7 years thought I was atheist.
How did they, what have you been doing?
Nothing.
You sure? You don't assume that.
Look, I didn't do nothing at all. They just automatically, it was like, my cousin told the rest of the family was like, yeah, y'all know MNG is atheist. I'm like, I've never told you that. Never told you that. But everybody was like, we thought you was atheist or something. How did y'all think it? So they wouldn't even understand even hooking me up because their mindset was already that, hey, you atheist. How?
You must not celebrate holidays.
I don't celebrate holidays. Okay. And I'm a little non-religious. So in their mindset, you know, because they Christians and everything, I'm atheist.
Oh, Lord.
Yep, that's how it goes. You tell somebody you're not religious, oh, you going to hell and you atheist. That's not even what that means. I can't just be spiritual? No. Wow. I'm like, y'all heathens all by yourselves.
Oh, Lord.
I'm just saying. Like, but all that affects dating. Like, I wouldn't do a blind date. Like, yeah, we got some. Like, one of my cousins tried to hook me up on a blind date, and it didn't work out that well. Like, I don't know, it didn't work out. Like, it didn't even get to the first date. Like, because I was trying to communicate, and the communication it was off.
Was it through text message?
It was through text message.
That's your fault.
No, hold on, wait. I did call. I called, and I left a voicemail.
Oh,
I didn't get what? I left a voicemail.
Voicemails.
Who doesn't leave voicemails?
Oh my gosh. This is not a job interview. Why are you leaving a voicemail?
Hold on, wait a minute now.
Oh my goodness.
I ain't that goddamn old. Why wouldn't I leave a voicemail?
You are that old if you leave a voicemail.
Who doesn't leave voicemails?
You send a text message or you just let them see the missed call. Who leaves voicemails anymore?
Who doesn't leave? What's the whole point of having a voicemail if you're not?
It's for jobs.
It's not for jobs.
It's for jobs and your grandma.
It's not for jobs and your grandma.
It is. Grandma don't text. Grandmas nowadays text, but my grandma don't text. My grandma gonna leave a voicemail.
Listen, I don't even get that idea that voicemails are for jobs. You gotta be kidding. Voicemails are not just for jobs.
That's so serious.
You can't be serious.
I am so serious.
That is horrible.
My mom doesn't even leave me voicemails. If I don't answer my mom's call, she'll text me.
I will definitely leave a voicemail. I'm leaving voicemails and I'm shooting it. First of all, if I'm leaving a voicemail, my voicemail is primarily me talking shit. That's my voice. I love my cousin a voicemail talking cash money shit. I'm looking like some listen, motherfucker. I know you at the house. I know you by your phone. You just text me. I know you got your phone in your hand and your ass aside not to answer. Cuss this motherfucker out. So hell yeah, I'm leaving voicemails.
No.
I ain't about to call and then like, look, I just called you. You know, hit me back when you get a chance. You could have said that on a voicemail.
No, fellas, don't leave no voicemails.
Man, listen. If it's important, leave the damn voicemail. Don't listen to Shayla, man.
If it's important, it's gonna be a text. I can see a text. I'm not gonna listen to a voicemail.
First of all, the way they have it now, the voicemails can transcribe for you, so you can still read the voicemail, and you ain't even got to dial voicemail on your phone. They got it where they can just come straight to your phone, and all you have to do is press play. Leaving that voicemail. And let me get to these numbers. Shayla got me tripping up in here on farewell. So listen. So Forbes did a poll, right? And they did it August 2023, so it's recent. They polled like 5,000 people. You know, with statistics, they take a sample and then that's supposed to apply to the population. I don't really agree with it, but you know, whatever they gonna get out of it. So 70% of people that use the dating app said it led to exclusive relationships. They have dated in the last 5 years. Okay. Then 28% said it did not. Then you have the age group of 43 to 58 that found the most success dating online. So I guess by the time I get to 43, I'll be in that age group of finding success of dating online. Then you had 72% of that age group that dated on an app that said it led to romantic relationships. So my question to you is that listening to those numbers, what does that tell you about online dating?
I don't believe that. Only because it's like, okay, the romantic side, okay, you said it was a large number that was like serious relationships, and then there was a portion that was only romantic. So romantic meaning they was just fuck buddies, basically.
And you can say that. They probably went on a few dates and it ain't pan out that well.
But that's a given. That's what you think of majority of the times when we think of online dating. It's like somebody I don't have to work too hard. It's like, hey, we both want the same thing. Let's get it. Let's go. Whereas the serious relationships, I don't know how I believe that.
So let me ask you this: at the point in time that you were dating, if a guy had came up to you and was like, "Look, I just want a sexual relationship," what does that sound like to a woman? Like, does it depend on what stage she's at? Like after a relationship, far removed from a relationship, she tired of using a rose at home, like. At what point in time she like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna enter into this sexual relationship and that's gonna be what it is?
Okay, well, first we gotta be honest. Men don't say that. So they just try to tell you what you want to hear just to get in your pants. And then after a while you gotta see like, okay, this guy just wants this. I'm cool with just that. Because even if you ask them, they're not gonna be like, oh yeah, it's just, this is what it is. This is as far as we go.
Okay.
But I do feel like it's possible that it is dependent on the woman, like where she's at. If she knows like he's somebody that's just like in the limelight, he's not ready to settle down, he's not settling down no time soon, but I want him, then I could see it just being like, okay, we just gonna smash and keep it going like this.
Okay. So now, if a guy was that honest, what is the general mindset? Like, yeah, girl, I just want to have a sexual relationship. I'm not looking for nothing. I mean, before they even get to the first date, I don't want to waste your time, but all I want to do is have sex. That's it.
I feel like it'll get a lot of people further. I honestly feel like it'll save a lot of heartbreaks too. Well, okay. In a sense, because I feel like somebody's still gonna catch feelings, but it's less of a blame game if you start it that way.
That is true.
Yeah.
You don't waste nobody's time. Mm-hmm. Nobody's feelings get hurt. Mm-hmm. But somebody always gonna catch feelings, regardless. Because somebody's gonna see potential in the other person. Like, you know what? Mm-hmm. I know I had you this way, but I want more. Mm-hmm. But I think that's such a hindrance.
How?
Because, okay, for me, walking into a situation knowing that, hey, I just want to fuck, and then they're like, well, I wanted to be a relationship. Well, okay, for me, I always pick the girls that I know I'm not really that attracted to, but you know, they had like good sex game. So I'm gonna fucking dick you down, but I know I ain't really that attracted to you, So when you do come and say, yeah, I want a relationship, you ain't even my type.
I don't understand that in men. Like, I don't understand how you can lay down with somebody that you don't even find remotely attractive, but you like, all right, well, she good, so I'm gonna keep on going.
Well, here's the thing with that. I mean, it's not like our organs are internal. They're external. So when it comes to sex, it's kind of like, yeah, like, oh, it's hard.
I'm sorry, I can't. If you're not attractive in the eyes, I can't. There's no way. You're not touching me. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care what you didn't say it to me. No.
Well, technically, it's different for women than it is for men.
How are y'all even getting hard if she's ugly? Like, I've seen some girls with just the ugliest face, messed up teeth, but she got a body. Y'all be like, oh, I'm gonna hit that.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Men are terrible.
How are we terrible?
Y'all not even dogs anymore. Y'all pigs.
That's why we bring home the bacon. You see that? That's exactly what it is. That's why we bring home the bacon. No, but Shayla, I mean, you got to understand. Like, if you see something that looks good and it's like straight, and you like, you know what? The face ain't there, but the body is. Like, your imagination get to running. Then hell yeah, you go. You gonna be straight hard. Like, yeah, it's time to go. Time to get it in. And yeah, no. Well, you know what? So what do you think about this? So there are women out there that operate just as man. Like, they see something and they're like, oh, well, I want to go ahead and snatch that. And it don't even matter. Like, they're more so focused on, I wouldn't say looks. I think it's basically getting their own vibe off, or their own nut off, or their own sexual desire off, versus, yeah, this is somebody that I want to fuck and be with and all that shit like that.
Okay, with the women, it is so, oh my God, this is so biased. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I feel like that's insecurities. Because, no, low self-esteem for women.
Why would it be low? Hold on, what? I had to stop you there. Fuck that. How is it low self-esteem for women, but not low self-esteem for men?
Because...
Do you understand the double standard that's happening
I
right
know.
now?
This is why I can't believe I'm about to say this, but it is. Because what woman is about to just sit here and keep on smashing all these men, knowing they don't want nothing more from her but just sex, and it's just like, you cool with it, you okay with it. It's because you feel like you can't get more than that from them. When it's women out here not even opening their legs and they getting furniture bought for them, they getting cars bought for them. I'm just saying. It's low self-esteem.
I can't say it's low self-esteem. What if it's just their desire to have sex?
15% is probably desire to have sex. The rest is low self-esteem.
I wouldn't even say that. I can't agree with
50-50.
I'm not running this 50-50.
It gotta be 50-50.
No, it's not 50-50. I can't agree with it.
80-20.
Hell no. 80-20. Listen here, people. I don't know what the hell Shayla was doing before she got here. I don't know if it was drugs or it was alcohol, but I don't know where the hell she get these numbers from, to be honest with you.
I'm a woman. I'm calling it how I see it. Like,
I can't. The reason why I can't say that is low self-esteem is because I can't play into the double standard. Because if we're gonna say that it's okay for men to go out here and knock down every woman that they come across, and then women go out there and knock down every man that they come across, and then we're gonna say, well, she has low self-esteem because she doing that, and then we're gonna say that guys don't have low self-esteem, they just throwing their oats. I think that's just a bad representation for both parties.
Well, no, it's not okay. It's low self-esteem for women, in my opinion, but for men, I wouldn't say it's sowing his oats. I feel like you really don't have, you're lost. You don't really have much to give, because if you look at like a lot of successful men, they already with one woman. They're not with multiple women. They're not just out here hitting everything they can.
Okay.
Because one, they're thinking about their money.
Right.
Two, they're thinking about the time they could spend on building up their assets, building up their life. They're not worried about trying to hit everything that's walking. So it's like, and two, they know even if they're pretty, a lot of these women not even worth their time. They're not worth being in the same circle as them. So it's like they're real selective. So whereas like if it's a man who's just hitting everything and everybody, something is not right with him. He hasn't found himself. So it's almost the same, but it's just a little bit more different.
So let me say this. So when I was out there dating, and I was fooling around in my 20s and everything, right? Honestly, I will say that I didn't know what I was looking for 100%. I had an idea of what I was looking for, and I think right around like 26, 27, somebody had said some real shit to me, and it kind of fucked me up. Like it fucked me up to the point where the next few years, like I was on like some real serious shit to find a relationship.
Oh, I want to know what it was.
Shayla, like, I'm all in now.
Let me hear this. So
one of the guys I used to work with, I was always curious about marriage. Now I'm gonna tell you my opinion on marriage. One is that I don't understand what forever is. So like when somebody say, oh yeah, I want to love you forever, I can't picture forever in my head because I know that our life is timed. Like we live in a term life. So at some point in time you're gonna die. So I can't compute or understand forever. Now, if you're gonna tell me that, I'm gonna love you for all the time that we have in this world, I can rock with that. That's logical. No, it's not.
It is.
Forever is, to me, forever is infinite.
Yes.
Okay, but you can't love me infinitely because I don't even want to get that far because I'm gonna sidetrack. I'm gonna sidetrack.
Okay.
Don't let me forget my last point. I'm gonna sidetrack. Okay, so if you talk about forever is infinite, right? But depending on what your religion is, and do you believe in the afterlife or do you believe in karma? If you believe in coming back, I can't think of the name of it right now. Coming back,
resurrection.
Well, no. I said resurrection.
It is.
It's not resurrection. I can't remember what the name is.
Reincarnation. Is that
reincarnation.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking of. So if you believe in reincarnation, what happens is that you believe that you're gonna come back in the next life, whatever you're gonna come back as, animal, whatever it is, and then you're still gonna be paired with the same person that you was in a previous life. But that's not necessarily true, because if you think about it, and this is just a broad spectrum of thinking, if a person is we talk about reincarnation, if those two people die and they're reincarnated and they come back, how do they come back in the same time frame, in the same area, to meet all over again, to live their life for the next duration of how many ever years that they're alive for?
I think that's when faith will take place. Well, fate, not faith. That's when fate would take place, because if you're destined to be together, then some way, somehow you're going to find each other. Even though the ages may be different, it just happens.
I can agree with that.
But I will say, like, okay, so forever to me is like, okay, like you said, one of us got to die. Somebody going to die first. So it's like
simultaneously.
It better be simultaneously if you love me enough. It's like, but no, okay, so say for instance, like, okay, the guy that I'm dating right now, if we get married, I know I'm gonna outlive him.
Okay.
He's old. So I feel like the way I'm feeling now, if he was to die, I probably wouldn't get married again. So that's the forever. So whoever lives longer, if you don't remarry, then I feel like that's your forever. Like you can't see yourself being with nobody else. Like I had my person, that's it, I'm done, I'm good. I got my kids, I got my grandkids.
Facts.
That's it. That's forever.
Okay.
With the reincarnation, yeah, I feel like it would have to be fate. Like, have you ever seen a movie called The Time Traveler's Wife?
Of course I have.
Okay, that's fate.
Of course I have.
That is fate. He like, listen, I know you're a little 6-year-old right now, but I'm gonna come see you once you're of age.
No.
That's exactly what he said.
No. Listen. We not gonna talk about Time Traveler's Wife.
All right.
Because I can debate you on that. I watched it several times.
Okay, you probably can. You probably gonna have me on that.
I watched it once. Several times, and let me tell you, if it come on TV, even with the commercials, I'm watching it. They better not put it on Netflix. Netflix, I'm telling you, don't put it on Netflix.
It might be on HBO Max.
Because I will watch it. That is one of the best romantic movies I've ever seen.
One of the best?
One.
We ain't gonna go there.
Okay,
we're not gonna go there. I'm gonna say, because we got The Notebook, we got the one with Channing Tatum and that girl when she lost her memory. We're not gonna go there.
Okay. Fair point. Let me get back to the other point. That
right.
I was
What did he say to
make.
you? What did he say to you?
So the guy basically said to me, because again, like I had said, I was always curious about marriages. Not just how people that are together for like such a long time, because I always had short relationships. So he was like, he told me, he was like, he really wish he would have spent more time searching for a wife than playing around with women's hearts. And I was sitting and I was like, I'm gonna need you to explain a little bit. So he was saying, well, he's like, don't get me wrong, because he was married. Well, he still is married. I hope he's still married. But he was like, don't get me wrong, I love my wife and everything. I love my kids and everything. But if I could go back and do it again, I wish I would have spent more time actually looking for a wife than playing around with girls' hearts. And I was like, damn. I was like, so then it had me thinking, like, I've just been fucking around with these girl hearts. I haven't been looking for a wife. I haven't been looking for a woman that I can be with for a long time. I kind of was just out here like, okay, I'm gonna see how this works. If this works, then cool. If it don't work, then I'll just leave and then I'll go find something else that works for me. And that was kind of my mentality at the time. Like, what? Because nobody ever sat down and said, first of all, I never seen what a healthy relationship looked like. Okay, so I never seen any of my parents in a healthy relationship when I was younger. So I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what it takes to maintain a great relationship. So thinking about that, when I got into adulthood, I didn't know what I was looking for in a woman. So I didn't know if I wanted a woman to cater for me, cook for me, or anything like that. I knew I can go out there and do what I had to do for myself, cook, clean, all the whole 9 yards. But what did I look for in a counterpart that was going to compliment me? I didn't know what that was. So when I heard that advice, I started sitting back. I was like, okay, well, let me see if I can find like what appeals to me, something that will make my life more enjoyable. Not necessarily happy, but just more enjoyable. Somebody I would want to really spend time with. So that's kind of how it fucked me up at like 26.
And it's funny because that just kind of opened my eyes, because I feel like I know I do that too, kind of. It's like you meet somebody and you're right, you probably not thinking of marriage, but in the back of your mind you do want to get married, but you're not looking at it as, what characteristics do I need in a husband to keep me there once I get there?
Facts.
So I definitely understand why he's saying that. And he probably, I'm not saying this how he felt, but he probably felt like he had a better option, or he probably would have had a better option had he started focusing on that earlier.
Yep.
Because a lot of people I seen it somewhere, I don't know where it was. I think it was probably like Facebook or probably Google. But a lot of men settle down once they get of age. It's like, you already had your fun. You just like, all right, she right here, I'm right here now. So it's like, I must just settle down with her.
Right.
As opposed to being somebody you actually looking for, like you'll have fun with. It's like that saying they say, don't let your boyfriend stop you from finding your husband. Because it's like...
You know what? I heard that shit. But I heard the exact opposite.
Your wife...
Don't let a girlfriend stop you from finding a wife. I heard... See, now listen. I seen that shit on Instagram. A little kid had said that shit. He had to be like a little teenager or some shit like that. And you have more in common with. And y'all not just going through the routine.
Right. Oh, I like that you said routine, because it is a routine. Once you start dating somebody, it just, you don't even start thinking of long term or like how compatible you are. It's just, this works for now.
Right.
So you get into a routine. Okay, I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna do this. It's just a routine. So you're not thinking of, does this actually work? Does this make sense?
Some of the things that we should talk about when it come to dating, people don't have those hard conversations.
Give me an example.
Okay. I dated some women that didn't want to talk about finances while dating. Like, they wanted to be, if we're going to talk about finances, we need to be talking about marriage. And it's like, nah.
That's not the same.
I need to talk about finances now, because if you don't treat money the way I treat money, and you don't see money the way I see money, we're not on the same path. Even when it comes to jobs, are you comfortable where you at? Or do you look at yourself like going to entrepreneurship? Or do you look at yourself like climbing a ladder? Like, what do you see yourself doing? I had one girl tell me that she just wasn't ambitious to be in a rat race. She was just comfortable, she just want to make $50,000 a year, and that was it. And I was kind of like, I don't think that's gonna work out. Like, And this is why I say that. This is why I have a reason for saying that.
Okay.
Shayla like
I'm waiting.
She's like, motherfucker, did you just 50,000 is good money, goddammit.
It's okay when you're by yourself.
It's okay when you're by yourself. So the reason why I say that is because the young lady that I was talking to at the time, when she made that statement that she wasn't ambitious enough to be in a rat race, is because her idea of a provider was a guy paying for everything, and she pretty much did nothing. Not even contribution. I was like, well, if I'm making $100,000 a year and you making $50,000 a year, and all I'm telling you to do is pay your car note, and if we got kids, take care of the kids, and then put some money up in savings or whatever, then everything else is yours. No, I'll put money up in savings. She's like, well, if you want money to go in savings, you want money to go into the trip fund, then you need to make more money to go ahead and do that. So I was like, no. I said, and I came to her and I said, well, look, this is my idea of a provider. I'm going to provide everything that we need. Paying for the insurance, you can get whatever car you want. You just got to pay your car note. I'll pay the insurance, I'll pay the mortgage, I'll pay everything. I'm just asking you to do these few things. Well, if you want these few things done, you just need to go make more money to get it done. I was like, well, damn. Like, I'm basically, you keeping your whole check.
Yeah.
It's not your check is not contributing to anything in a house outside of taking care of the kids, a savings account, maybe a trip account, XYZ. That's it. Even if you want to, like, you know what, babe, I want to treat you to dinner. You know, you've been doing such a great job. Let's go to a nice dinner at my expense. All right, cool. But to say, oh, we need extra money, then you need to bring in extra bread. Like, go out there, get a second job. Like, that's crazy to me.
That is crazy. But a lot of women had that mindset. Actually, you'll be surprised. Some men have that mindset too.
I know. I can imagine.
It's crazy.
I can imagine.
But yeah, a lot of people avoid the hard conversations, or they'll even lie about it. And I'll give you an example. So, well, I guess it technically wasn't a lie, but I have a friend who got married and did not speak on finances, or just kind of withheld certain stuff back until after the marriage, and was like, okay, now we got to work on this, and that. But it's like, you weren't acting like this prior to us getting married, so why wouldn't you go ahead and say this now?
Exactly.
And I just looked at it like, that's crazy, because you kind of bamboozled me into thinking that you were kind of like this chill, laid back person, had it all together, and now you just like, okay, where did all this come from? All these problems. You can't have somebody that likes to penny pinch and somebody likes to spend. That's just not gonna work.
Yeah,
that is not gonna work. See,
I'm that spender.
See, I can't.
I'm not. Well, I'm the type of spender that like to spend things on. I'm not out there just spending recklessly. Mm-hmm. I think there's a difference between reckless spending and responsible spending.
Okay. Give me an example.
Okay. So reckless spending is, okay, so if I'm married or whatever, or if I'm married and I'm living with, well, not even if I'm married, if I'm in a relationship and we're living together, okay, then that means that, obviously we pull together our finances to live together. And I will hope that if you living with somebody, you pull your finances together to do that. So if we living together, and say I'm at the store and I see like this flat screen TV. Now, I'm like, you know what? It's on sale. It's like $300 off. All right, before I do that, let me go ahead and call my girl and see what she gonna say. Hey, I see this TV. Now, I am a negotiator and I'm a debater. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna try to justify why we need the TV. And she may say, you know what? How about you come home? We talk about it, we put the numbers down, and then if it's feasible, we'll go ahead and get it. Logically, that makes sense to me. But I know some women not gonna come with logic, gonna be like you don't need the TV. We got 3 TVs already. I'm like, yeah, but they old. That's my concept.
Oh my God.
They old, like they need to be replaced, okay? Like they don't even have the most updated features. That'd be and I love technology. So you gotta Shayla look at me
my head.
It's like you hurting me right now. But that's how I think. I'll be looking like, you know what? Yeah, but I could say in my older age, I've calmed down a little bit. Like I would have a new phone right now. Like I would have that new Google Pixel right now. The Pixel Fold, I would have that right now. Or I would have the Google 8 Pro. Like, I would have that one. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to wait another year before I get it. You know, just being financially responsible. So I feel like it's different between being financially reckless, because you just go out there and buy it and don't have no consent from the wife, the girlfriend, the living girlfriend, nobody. And then financially responsible is like, okay, well, I see it. I know we probably don't have the money to do it, but I'm asking if we can both agree on it, so we both take the financial responsibility together to say, hey, all right, we can go ahead and do it. That's how I look at it.
That's not really okay. So when I think of reckless, I think of, okay, we are tight on cash, bills are coming up, we haven't really paid, say, the car insurance and the car note, but you got the notification that some new Jordans came out. You about to go get them Jordans regardless. You ordering this Gucci belt, you about to come home, do this, and then we gonna pay that. That's reckless. Okay. Now, new updating TVs, to me, that's not bad, because, okay, you have 3 TVs at home, you want to buy a new one that's way cheaper, you can sell the old one, so it's not really hurting.
True.
Whether you sell it for, say, if you spend $200 on a new TV, you only get rid of the old TV for maybe $100, maybe $80. You still coming back with something, so it's not like you spent too much.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay.
But when you just going on a shopping spree and you know in 2 days your car not about to be due, I'm gonna be looking at you like, what are you doing?
Nope. See, I make sure all my bills paid.
Right.
Before I go out there and start looking at luxury, all my bills, I cannot go. First of all, let me tell you, as soon as I get my check, bills are paid.
Oh, okay.
As soon as I get my check, bills are paid. And then I'm looking like, okay, well, what else can I buy before my next check? Is there anything that I want? Nah, ain't nothing. It's things I can wait on. And I'll just wait. I'll wait.
And see, I'm a pincher when it comes to stuff like that. Like, so I grew up in the generation where I see parents put half on this or a portion on that, and then they'll take the money and do whatever they need to do. No, all them bills getting paid in full. I may even pay a bill early, and I probably won't buy nothing. The most I probably buy is like food.
Okay.
I probably like treat myself to, I don't know, Jersey Mike's, Lefties, something.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. But when it comes to, the latest new shoes, I got shoes. I'll be all right. I'm spending my day at work anyway, so
look, let me tell you.
I don't need that.
When it comes to fashion, I don't really too much care about fashion.
Okay.
I'm not a big fashion person. I'm big on technology, cars, tools, all that stuff, right? But when it comes to fashion, I really can care less where the fashion comes from.
Yeah,
I'm not that big on it. Like, I'd be the first person to, well, you know what? I spend the most money on my suits. That's where I spend all my money at, on suits. If it ain't a suit, man, I'm looking for that $5 shirt. What that at? That's what I'm looking for. Man, look, if women can look fresh on $15.
Whoa.
I can do the same on $25, $30. I'm just saying.
No, you can't.
Wait.
No, you cannot.
Hold up. These women, some women be shopping off of Fashion Nova, Sheen and all that stuff like
Rainbow.
that.
Yeah. Love me some Rainbow.
And be looking, you couldn't even tell the difference. They be out in the club looking bad.
But I feel like that's because y'all material, y'all quality has to be up to par. We can go buy some jeans from Walmart and pay $20 for them, and they look like some nice jeans. Y'all Walmart jeans, it's gonna be like the Wrangler. It's gonna be some. It's gonna be some nasty. Do people still wear Levi's?
Levi's are good. I think I got some Levi's. Levi's straight.
You might be showing your age. I don't know. No. Okay.
I'll be showing my age if I said I put the Jabos out.
Those are coming back into style. Yeah.
I will hope
SZA just dropped a video with the Jabot jeans. I want to say it might have been Demi Lee or it was Victoria Monet.
Look, I like the Jabot jeans.
They bringing them back.
Are they the bag? I haven't seen them. Are they
the baggy ones? I
like the Jabot jeans. Like, I like the wide pocket. I feel the Jabot jeans.
My goodness.
Throw that man.
But I feel like they put more effort into the women's low quality than men's quality. Off the simple fact, I don't know if it's because y'all take more thread or what, but my $5 shirt versus your $5 shirt is not gonna look the same.
That's because we be out there rough with clothes.
No, men take better care of clothes, cars, and shoes than women do.
Really?
I swear.
Man,
I swear.
So speaking of, dating, and speaking of restaurant, because you had mentioned Jersey Mike's, what kind of broke me out. I kind of want to get your opinion on this list that these women had came out with about where they do not want to go. Now, we know that it was a viral video that was talking about where women are not to be taken on the first day. They just refuse to be taken here. Now, a group of women put this together. Now, I talked about this before, and I just wanted to bring it up since we were talking about dating. These first dating trends that we have out here. So these ladies get 28 places of where they don't want to go, and I just want to kind of know what your opinion is about that.
Okay, before I even dive into this, because I'm agree with majority of the stuff that's on this list, but I will say it depends on the women, because honestly, if you are a high class woman, if you are making over, let's say, $100,000 a year, why am I going to IHOP with you? That don't even make sense.
I mean, IHOP got good pancakes.
No, I would never. I would not.
Have you been to OHOP?
I like OHOP better than IHOP. If I was homeless, I would not go to IHOP.
Damn.
I kid you not.
She said if she homeless, she is not going to IHOP.
Don't give me that.
Damn.
Where these come from? Take them back.
Jeez.
But I feel like they are really reaching off the simple facts. Cheesecake Factory, first of all, they got some nice steak. Their asparagus is bomb. Applebee's, the drinks, okay. Maybe if I'm trying to get to know you and I'm not trying to just impress you, well, no, I can't even say that, because we're just trying to hang out. Why do I have to go spend $200, $300 on food, and you may not call me back the next day, or I may not like your attitude? Like,
facts.
It's just weird. And then too, all I can say is, oh, well, he took me to this restaurant, but he wasn't nothing, or he was a hoe. It doesn't make sense.
So a few years ago, I was talking to one of my homegirls, and she was asking my opinion about something. And I told her it was kind of low for her to do this shit. So there was a guy that was courting her, and she didn't find him attractive at all. Didn't want to have a relationship with him. And I'm like, well, why are you going out with him? I just want the free food. And I'm like, that's real shallow. You just might well just go ahead and break it off. Now, she didn't listen to me. She still went on a date and got the free food. And I was just like, they talk about me, and you out here going to get free food with a guy that you don't even have interest in. So I'm going to tell all the ladies this, and I'm going to tell the man too. If you dating somebody, first date, first through 10 date, whatever, first 5 days, whatever like that, I don't think it's essential to take anybody to a real high-end restaurant just because that's where they want to go.
Yeah, I feel like if you go to a high-end restaurant, you have to go because, first, who's paying? Because if I'm paying and I want to, so I like Sedona. It's not really high-end, but it's decent.
Did you say Sedona?
I love Sedona. See, look, okay, so if I go there, it's because I want to go there. I like it. I know I'm going to enjoy it. You may enjoy it too because it's decent.
Now Sedona is my new minimum of where I would go.
Minimum?
Like, my minimum. So, and the reason why I say minimum is because I'm not going to go to Applebee's or Chili's.
What about Cheesecake Factory?
I've never been to Cheesecake Factory.
See, that's your problem. You have to go.
But how's that my
That's your problem. You have to go.
Shayla, I don't like how you coming at me today.
I'm sorry. I got to keep it real.
I don't like how you coming at me today.
I got to tell you.
I tried to go to Cheesecake Factory for my friend's birthday, but the wait was like an hour long.
And you better wait that hour.
Man,
listen, I waited 2 hours to go to Cheesecake Factory. It was the best night of my life.
Man, they better take reservations.
They do, but sometimes you still got to...
Look, I'm going to make a reservation and I'm going to go and I'm going to give my opinion about this.
And get the salted caramel cheesecake.
Because I'm going to put it on Google Reviews. If you got to see me on Google Reviews, I'm talking that shit on Google Reviews. I'm telling the truth.
I'm scared of you. But, and then, I don't know. See, like me, but I am still young. And then, like, okay, tax bracket, these are all fine to me, except for I'm not going to the gym with anybody. I hate even going to the gym with other people. So that's... But, and then honestly too, it depends on the type of people, because if we're both gym heads, I want to see if you really about what you're talking about. I want to see if you can lift this, this dumbbell, go lift this, do some pull-ups real quick. Starbucks, I feel like Starbucks would be a great way to like break the ice. If we both shy, I don't know you.
I think so too. I took a girl to Starbucks for the first date and I quickly realized that
this ain't it.
It wasn't there.
And it will show their patience, because if they get her order wrong, you can see how she acts. So that is good.
First of all, I don't really believe that Starbucks have that great a coffee.
I don't know.
You never been to Starbucks?
I've never ordered coffee from Starbucks. I've ordered, I got a chai something.
A chai tea?
I think so.
Okay.
A chai tea with cinnamon added into it. That's about it. I went there twice.
Okay. All right.
But Starbucks,
that's fair.
Yeah, like I don't know how to add it, low cream, low milk. No, I'm not doing all that.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's too much.
I can tell you now, I went into Starbucks and I just ordered like a regular black coffee, and they looked at me like I was crazy. There's like, oh, you want a black coffee? You want anything in there? No, I just want a black coffee. You don't want no cream, no sugar? No. You don't want no milk? No. You don't want no caramel? No. Motherfucker, just give me the goddamn black coffee. That's all the fuck I want. Like, I don't need anything else. Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm a big movie person. I love movies.
Oh, God.
So, I mean, I wouldn't do the movies on the first date unless it was just a movie that I really want to go see. And I'll make a suggestion like, hey, I really want to go to see this movie. Do you want to go too? And then we can go to dinner afterwards and we could talk about it. No. Okay, well that's fine.
I'm going to give you my reason.
Okay.
I love movies, but I'm a talker. So even if I haven't seen a movie, I'm going to like say little ad libs in between the movie. Or if it's like something I really, really want to see, like the John Wick, don't ask me no questions when we're watching John Wick. Shut up. Sit back. Just listen. Just watch. So if you were asking me questions like, what just happened? This ain't going to work.
Okay.
This ain't going to work.
You know what? There are a few movies I don't mind people talking on. They be leaning over like, but I tell them straight like, look, I'm a movie person. I love the movie going experience. Don't talk to me in a movie theater. Like, and some people lean on like well, can I talk during this movie? I'm like, yeah, you can talk during this movie. But it's like a Marvel movie, a real action-packed movie. You got to shut the hell up. Yep. I need you to stay over there in that reserved seat and just mind your damn bit. Lean over if you want to, but don't talk.
And you better know we're staying after the credits.
You better know.
Goddamn right. You gotta know we staying after the credits.
Don't stand up.
Don't stand. What you doing? Sit down. Where are you going? Bye. Because I'll see you in the car.
Now, I can tell you right now, nobody better not invite me to church.
No, that's because that's why I think you're an atheist.
Don't invite me to church.
If they're really religious and y'all both been talking about it that way, y'all got things in common, you gotta go see how the church family is.
I'm not going to church.
And look, it'll let you know how many people they didn't talk to in that church, so you know if they're a little floozy or not.
Look, first of all, you gonna have me in church on my phone.
Oh.
Like, then you gonna be standing up, praising the Lord, putting your head down. I'm gonna have my head up looking at everybody in there like...
She gonna be looking at how much you put in the collection plate.
I ain't put nothing in the collection plate.
Oh.
That bitch about to be empty.
Oh.
The hell?
As long as you don't grab none out.
Like, go ahead and pay your tithes and, go ahead and put your money in the collection plate for the Lord.
This ain't even my church.
I ain't no member. I'm just visiting.
Collect what?
Man, I went to a church one time and they was like, all visitors stand up. All the visitors stand up. And because I used to go every now and then, I used to always stand up and get the same Bible. Because I was always visiting.
Oh my goodness.
Now, I like ice cream days. If you going to Cold Stone, now, down in Greektown, and you getting you some gourmet ice cream, and you gonna walk around on a nice warm night, and Shayla, don't look like that. Okay. You must ain't never been to Cold Stone.
Oh, I'll always be at Cold Stone.
Okay, so Cold Stone could be a cool first date. Walk around, have some good conversation, eat some ice cream.
The conversation has to be good.
It's the first date. What made you think it ain't gonna be good? Y'all still getting to know each other.
Okay. Ooh, I'm glad you said this. I actually had an ice cream date with somebody. Actually, somebody I got off of Facebook. Hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. This definitely was a desperate moment. And if he ever watched this,
date or they slid in your DMs?
He just slid in my DMs. So I'm like, I'm gonna give him a chance. He keep trying. Like, let me just see whatever.
All right.
I met him in person first time. He was not my type physically.
Okay.
And then everything just threw me off. The appearance, the clothes, the voice. He didn't have a car. Everything was terrible. I'm like, I'm gonna go through with it.
Okay.
Went on a date to get the ice cream. When I tell you this man, I wouldn't say it was cheap, but it wasn't.
He was cheap.
But he had money. He was a chef. But it's just like,
there's a difference between cheap and frugal.
No. You're cheap. I feel like I'm frugal. So like we got food at home, frugal.
Okay.
But if we go into ice cream and I know you want something to drink, you want some ice cream too, you want some food.
Right.
Okay, we getting all of that. But I don't know. Okay, ice cream dates is just not it. Because if you're not feeling the vibe, you can't really branch off. You don't have any distractions. It's just there. So I feel like that's probably why people don't like ice cream dates, because if you don't really have much to talk about, or if the vibe is not there, you can't really find a reason to be like, I need to go.
But see, that's where it doesn't make any sense at, because if you look at just going to dinner, you still gotta have conversation for dinner. Now, I'm gonna be honest. If I'm at, my mom has always told me that I have the gift of gab. I can talk, and I can talk about anything. I even talk about people. But that's because I like to people watch too. So
me too.
If you ever see me in a restaurant nearby, just know if I'm looking at you, I'm probably got something to say about your ass. I ain't even gonna hold you up, because I'm gonna find something funny. You doing something. I'm a people watcher. I'm automatically just gonna watch my surroundings. So I'm always seeing somebody that's doing something they ain't supposed to be doing. Okay? Don't be taking your shoes off and sitting to the side on your chair and everything, and your feet out, and I'm looking.
Oh my goodness.
Got your feet on the dirty floor. You know how many people that step right there?
Feet on the dirty floor. Oh yeah, no.
Feet ain't even clean. Now all the stuff that's on here, some of this stuff I don't have a problem with. Like, so I guess Red Lobster done went down, because Red Lobster used to be like the prime of the prime.
Red Lobster is in the same boat as Ponderosa's.
I ain't really been to Ponderosa.
Ponderosa's all closed down, so that should tell you a lot.
Yeah. I ain't even gonna lie.
Red Lobster is cool though. I heard they have like great seafood, but I don't know. As a child, I was always at Red Lobster. I don't want to go there anymore.
Well, I couldn't go to Red Lobster because I would die if I walked into Red Lobster. Yeah. Now, what's wrong with bowling? I like bowling.
Bowling is a group thing. Bowling is not
it's not.
It's a person thing.
First of all, okay, that's probably just a competitive person in me. I want to go bowling because I want to be competitive, and I think it's engaging as well.
So it's gonna be fun for you, but not the other person, unless they're drunk.
I've took some people bowling, and they had they used to ask could they win. I tell them hell nah, but
I'm not letting you win at nothing. Take me to Dave & Buster's. I'm beating your butt in everything I can.
That's already 2 lies right there. Cause I don't like to lose, so I'm not losing in shit.
Me, that's all right.
I'm not losing. Okay. First of all, I ain't losing in air hockey.
That's a lie.
I ain't losing in the little basketball game.
Very lie.
I ain't look. First of all, I ain't even losing in trivia. Okay, I'm not.
You got me there. You got me there. That's the only one you got.
I can make my way through trivia, and I ain't losing in cooperative games. So whatever game you talking about at Dave & Buster's that you can probably whoop me in, you're not gonna whoop me in it. Right. Look, first of all, we can take it back to Mario Kart, and you can get popped in Mario Kart. Like, you ain't.
Man, all right, we ain't about to go there because you be trying to talk.
I'm a little too competitive now. Like, I really get. Let me tell you.
You gonna be punching air by the time I'm done with you.
Look, I'll take that offer up. Let me tell you. So I was at Top Golf. You ever been to Top Golf?
No, I need to go there.
Oh man, it's so fun. So one of my homegirls had a birthday party there. So she had her baby daddy come. So it was all of us there. It was a group thing. And, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to play. He's playing this one little game or whatever. So you had to hit the balls and get the points or whatever, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. We just going to play or whatever like that. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to be competitive. I have to actively tell myself not to be competitive. So I'm like, I'm not going to be competitive. I'm just going to play. But then her baby daddy started to get the points on me. So I started to feel that itch of competitiveness. And I started hitting that motherfucker ball like I was Tiger Woods. I was like, forward! Yes, sir!
You are embarrassing.
I was like, and look, I won too. I was like, well, they ain't gotta know. But you know what I'm saying?
So at least you're not that competitive. Because anybody else will be like, look, you see? You ain't winning.
Look, I couldn't help it. Like, there is just a level of competitiveness that I'm just about that. Like, I had to compete. I don't know why. I'm just saying.
Something. I mean, it's not bad though, because it works for some people.
Hey,
if you can win.
If you can win, but I'm always down for a group activity that want for people to lose.
Oh Lord.
My cousin was like, when we going bowling again? Why? So you can lose? She practiced more than I do, but I was slinging them boys the first time we played against each other. I was like,
yeah, the first time.
Nah,
you don't want to do no rematch.
Nah, I tell you this, nobody really wants to go anywhere with me. I got my own darts.
Oh my God.
I got my own pool stick. I got my own bowling ball and shoes. And don't take me to the gym because I'm gonna have my own damn basketball. So I mean, where we at? Where we at?
I can't wait for please somebody whoop his butt the next time y'all go out. Please, he talking too much junk.
You goddamn right I am.
Gosh.
So now I want to kind of jump off of that list because the man had retaliated and was like, you know what?
Men suck.
I don't understand the retaliation. So and this could tell you how some men get into their feelings.
They sick and tired.
Like, oh, so we can't take y'all here? Okay, so these the women that we don't want to date. So looking at this list, and I'm gonna just tell you, I feel like some of the women that's on here are, I think there's no justice for them. I think there's no justice for them.
I want to know which one.
I think so. When you talk about like the Instagram models, the bottle girls, and all that shit like that. I'm not talking about, like, I know it says sex workers and then they get all the ones listed on OnlyFans girls and stuff like that. Here's my thing. If you want to go and put your feet on Feet Finder, that's fine with me. But at the point in time that I walk you around and everybody's trying to get your autograph or they know who you are and everything, and they asking you about, hey, yeah, so I seen you posted that tattoo on your back and stuff like that you just got. That's a problem for me. That means more people know you than I do.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm just saying. Now, I don't have a problem with single mothers. I don't have a problem with women with tattoos. Okay. Women who dress like this in public, I don't even.
Right, like what? They didn't finish that. That's an incomplete sentence.
He says, women with an IG page. I don't even know what the fuck that means.
Instagram.
I know what that means,
Lord.
but like, damn.
Like, what are you talking about? Instagram?
I ain't that far removed. But if she got an IG page, like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, who don't have an IG page right now?
I kind of understand that though. It depends on how active and then if it's public.
Okay. All
but
right.
even still, it's like it's Instagram. It's a picture.
Okay, so women with 9 ear piercings. I think there's supposed to be no ear piercings. I'm not gonna correct the grammar on this one, but
why don't you have your ears pierced as a woman though?
That's a good question. Maybe she don't like wearing earrings. No, maybe there's a fear of pain. But normally they get them done when they're younger.
Yeah, but some parents like I know like when I got my ears pierced, they were like, I won't pierce a child's ears because they can't consent to it. Your parent is just kind of forcing you to do it. So I kind of get that. Some parents be like, okay, they can't tell me what they want.
Right.
But some of this is just like these men like men, because this list is just ridiculous. I understand the wild hair colors, because why do you have green and pink hair? Why do you have red and blue hair as a 40-year-old woman? Why is your hair red and blue?
They like to be exotic.
No.
They want to be an Amazonian woman. They just want to be exotic out here.
You walking around looking like bubble gum.
There's the idea that people want to be different. And I understand different, but there should be a limit or restrictions when it comes to like want to be different.
You can do colored wigs, but to have your main hair color, or like if you're doing a weave that's about to be in for 2 to 3 months with bright green hair, no, take it out. You're not a rapper, you're not a model, you're a regular 9-to-5 worker. Why is your hair bright green?
I get that.
I don't know.
So what's wrong with women that travel regularly?
Who are you traveling with? Who are you traveling with, and what are you doing? How did you get these traveling miles?
What if they traveling for work?
I
think there's an exception here.
I met a flight attendant.
Okay.
Now she travels regularly for work, obviously.
Right. Okay.
But in between those times you're traveling, you're going to parties, clubs. I'm pretty sure you done had a couple one-night stands. What are you doing?
That's a possibility.
It's the same for men though, because if you're gonna knock her for having one-night stands and traveling regularly, what are you doing? We got passport bros. Come on now.
The passport bros. See, I wasn't gonna bring them up.
I'm sorry.
I wasn't gonna bring them up. Honestly, I feel like, and this is just my opinion, and I guess this would be devil's advocate and everything. You want to say that the women in America, or the black women in America, are too aggressive, they're not submissive, they're not this and that out there. Okay, that's fine. And you want to go and get a foreign woman from another country and bring her back. Okay, that's cool too. I'm not questioning or anything, nobody's decision on what they want to do. My thing with that is that I feel like you haven't sampled all of the women or met all of the women in America to make that claim.
True.
Because if and okay, let me break it down. We in Detroit, okay? So if I met 5% of the population in Detroit of women and say, you know what, I can't find what I'm looking for here. Mm-hmm. All right. And then I go to another state. Now we have 50 states. Okay. Mm-hmm. More than 500 cities across America. You telling me that you rather go to a country with less population, not really considered third world, but not necessarily the same amenities that we have, mm-hmm. and expose them to the American life, mm-hmm. and say that, well, they were born and they were trained to be women, to be wives. Okay, but I guess my thing is what kind of contribution are they going to bring to your life? Right. Like, are you going to have somebody? If you want to be the person that makes all the decisions in a relationship and you want to be that dominant person and that's what you want to do, okay, fine. But if you want a partner, somebody that can help you see some rationality in certain situations, then I don't know if a person that is not familiar with American culture outside of everything that they hear and see, mm-hmm. is going to be compatible down the road, so to speak.
I get what you're saying. And I feel like, honestly, passport bros is nothing but the mail order ride thing.
It is.
And also, you got to look at it like, what is your real reason? You say people aren't submissive, but why is no woman that you ever met being submissive to you? So you got to look at your downfall. Like, what you're doing wrong?
That is true.
Then I feel like a lot of it is just, it goes into the I want a mixed baby type thing, because you're not going to find another black woman in another country. You're just going to find something mixed, something foreign, and just to bring it back. Yep. The language barrier, the cultural differences, you're not looking at that as a fact. Even mm-hmm. the healthcare is different. So it's like, you got to train somebody completely differently.
Pretty much.
And then, okay, how they say they're born to be wives. No, I feel like a lot of countries, women don't have the same privilege that we have as Americans. So of course they're not going to be able to voice their opinion. They probably used to getting beat or shunned. So it's like, it's weird. It's almost creepy. Like you want not a maid, but you want a yes man as a wife.
Yes.
It's weird.
Exactly. And going back to what you said, mail order brides, mm-hmm. except you go into the country to pick who you want. Yeah. Then you're going to bring them back, get them a green card until mm-hmm. they can get a citizenship. Mm-hmm. Or you're going to marry them so they can get their citizenship. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't think, yes. Are there beautiful women across the world?
Of course.
Yes. Are there beautiful women in America?
Yeah.
Yes. Just like what okay, so they say that, good men are hard to find or whatever like that, and get you an introvert or whatever the case is, or whatever dynamic they want to say is in right now. But the thing is that you're not going to find them because you're not always going to be in the same area or vicinity to them. I think the passport bros, what they are is impatient with the process of being able to find the right person. So you want to go and find somebody that you can pretty much mold and train into what you want them to be, because I'm not going to say that they're uneducated. What I'm going to say is that they're not as knowledgeable to American ways than the women that are already here.
I understand that perspective, but I also feel like if it ain't you, it's just not you. You can't. You're trying to get somebody who doesn't know too much about something. You want to go to somebody who looks at you like like as a Donald Trump figure. Whereas most women in America, they know you, they see you, they know you are a good man, but you're not as highly as you think of yourself. Whereas you go to this other country, they gonna look at you like, oh, you got all this money, you so smart, you so knowledgeable. And when you do wrong, they're not gonna call you out on your BS. Whereas an American woman, they gonna tell you like, hey babe, that wasn't the smart decision. Or depending on the girl that you attract, she may cuss you out and just go crazy, but that's the people that you attract. So I feel like going to find a woman, who's to say if you go overseas, you're not gonna find a woman who is the same way? Because everybody,
that's true.
Somewhere, everybody's gonna have that feistiness in them. They're always gonna have that combative nature to them. So it's not to say like, oh, all Puerto Ricans are just submissive, all Asians are submissive. No.
And then the other thing is, what is the possibility of them getting hip to American ways?
Oh, right.
Also, you got to understand how they've been trained, because arsenic is easy to come by. I mean, it's a slow death, but it's easy to come by. They may be trained as wives, but they also could be trained, hey, if you're unhappy,
kill them.
And you're gonna get away with it. And not only that, you have what? You have the means of knowing how to do it without getting caught, because you may not have the technology over there for all the distractions and everything. So, oh man, it's so much to unwrap.
And also too, I forgot, because a lot of them, when they leave the country, they get married, they have to take care of their family, or they bring their family here. So it's like, are you really ready to take on all of that?
That's true.
Because when they start moving in, grandma and mom and the brothers and the sisters, you're gonna be like, well, I never signed up for this. Yes, you did, because this is our culture. When I get married, I'm bringing them with me.
And who's to say that they be able to get a job when they get over here? Because they may have the skills, or they may lack the skills. It all depends on where you go. Because if you go over to the Philippines, and again, I'm not saying that they're uneducated or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just looking at the cross-cultural boundaries that's being crossed. If it's not 100% understood that this is what's happening. Now, if you're making that money where she doesn't have to work and she can stay home all day long, sure. But
how long is that gonna keep you happy?
I guess it's for as long as they gonna be in control.
I'm glad you said control, because that's really all it is. You want control. Somebody who doesn't know how to talk to other people, who just is up under you 24/7 when you get home from work, which is cool. Facts. I feel like a lot of American women will do the same. Give them that card. It better be unlimited.
Yeah.
And you better take care of all my expenses. I better not have to lift a finger for nothing. Give me a maid. Give me a cook. We good. You won't have no complaints out of me.
I think what it boils down to is they don't like women that, as you stated, combative, talk back, have their own opinion. I don't really think that a person that's unfamiliar with American culture, American ways, can have much to really say when they don't really understand.
Yeah.
Because it kind of put me in the mindset of like rags to riches. You going from a particular standard to another standard that is completely different from where you came from, and you kind of learn it, but you kind of get lost in it. So you kind of just like, and you really don't want to go back. So you just try to keep up with the Joneses in order to try to stay there. And sometimes you go back, other times you don't. That's kind of putting my mindset. But based on everything that we talked about, just give me like your last thought on, dating, the dating pool, the different dating methods. Just kind of sum it up for me.
I don't know. I feel like the basics of dating the core of dating has not changed. Okay. I feel like even though the times are changing, trends are changing, you have to just find what works for you. If you're working a lot,
Facts.
Maybe online dating for you. Or date somebody in the office, wherever you work. Depending. You have to be a good judge of character. And then when it goes to taking people out on first dates, you got to do what you like. Because if you keep trying to keep up with the Joneses, like you said, you're going to be unhappy. You're going to be unhappy. And society going to keep telling you, don't date these people, don't date this person, don't take them here. You got to do what works for you.
I agree.
There's somebody out there for everybody.
I agree with that too.
You paused. Why did you pause?
The reason why I pause is because I do believe that there's somebody out there for everybody, right? But the other thing with that is that they may not be readily be in America.
Oh my goodness! Not sure siding with the passport bros. They may be, or maybe they may be young.
No. I'm not siding with them. I'm just saying that with everybody that's in America and everybody that's around the world, that person that's particularly for you.
That is true though.
May not be in America. They may be in Canada. They may be in Russia.
You right.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you getting a whole bunch of bad options in your neighborhood, flee the country and go find you some good shit. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that person that's distinctly designed for you on all levels may not be in your neighborhood, may not be at your job, may not be at your church, may not be at your grocery store, may not be in your state, may not be in your country. They may be somewhere else. But it'll be hard to go through 8 billion people to try to find that one person, you know, and in some instances that one person could already be passed on.
I hope not.
So it's kind of difficult, but I'll give my summary of everything. I'm gonna be calm today because normally I'm not calm. I'm not, you know. Normally I get very passionate about this stuff.
Oh,
you know?
Man.
I'm just very passionate, you know. And Shayla, one thing I would like to say, I do want to say I appreciate you coming out and jumping on an episode with me. You know, this is a very heavy topic across all culture. Well, not all cultures, but across some significant cultures, especially with a lot of people that are, you know, going poly and you know they having
next topic
that's having, you know, those relationships. So but let me go ahead and give, you know, my last opinion about this. So, you know, thinking about dating and think about the social aspect that we have going on, if we just talk about the passport bros, if we just start there. So looking at the passport bros, I feel like there is a level of insecurity there. And the reason why I say there's a level of insecurity there, or not when you say insecurity, there's no mental toughness there, okay? Because you have these individuals that want to go to another country to go and pick and select the person that they want to be with them. Instead of saying, you know what, I'm going to trust the process and I'm going to keep doing whatever I got to do here in order to find somebody. Now, if you are staying in your own little area trying to find the right one, then maybe you're looking in the wrong spot. You know, maybe you haven't exhausted all options. If you are doing online dating and you see all these variety of women, and that's what I like about online dating, because you come across people that you wouldn't readily come across at all. So that already gives you a branch right there. I've known several women I have seen several women on different apps. And I'm like, didn't I just talk to you on Hinge? And you over here on Facebook dating. Then I go from Facebook dating to go over Bumble. You on Bumble. And I leave from Bumble to go to OkCupid. And you on OkCupid. God damn, I ain't doing something right.
Trying to reach.
She got everything. Like she operating in 5 different states or something like that. And I'm sitting here looking like, damn, I need to go ahead and do the same thing.
She doing her due diligence.
I'm trying to do just one app. And I just don't understand, like, you have all these means to try to find somebody. You know, you have speed dating. You have if you haven't exhausted all these options and then you decide that you want to go out of the country, I'm sorry. I just don't feel like, if you want a Filipino woman, I mean, I'm sure you can go to California to find one. I'm sure you can go to Mexico to find one.
Miami.
You know, a lot of the immigrants that come over here aren't always Americanized as we think that they are, because they hold values from their previous, they hold values from their culture that they maintain and they keep now. So passport bros, you know, I'm not gonna say that I respect what you do, but if that's what makes you happy, then by all means do it. But at the same time, I feel like you're not trusting the process with being able to find somebody, and your lack of mental toughness, your lack of patience to be able to find the right one, it's just not there. Because if you look at other cultures, they maintain the status quo. They stay within their culture. They don't really go outside of that. They stay within their culture. But then you have other cultures like, oh, well, you know, we about to be passport bros. You don't have the mental toughness. I'm sorry. You don't trust the process. You're not going to find it in your 20s. You may find it in your 30s. There's some people that find it early, some people that find it late. And then if you don't find it then, it's not to say that you're going to be by yourself for the rest of your life, but there is going to be times where you're going to be tested. You're going to be tested even when you bring this young lady back from a whole nother country. Mm-hmm. You're really going to be tested. Whether it's a language barrier or a lack of understanding, do you want to have to put somebody through that type of training and learning curve? I am not a fan of training and training people. Sexually, relationship-wise, communicatively, that's just not me. Like, I'm not saying that you have to come 100%, but you got to come at least where we could just build together.
To meet me halfway.
At least halfway. I was about to say 50%. At least 50%. When it comes to these lists, man, we need to stop being so defensive when women do certain actions. When a woman sit here and says, "Oh, well, these are the type of places I don't want to go to." Okay, well, if you don't want to go there, then that means that you're not worth my time. And leave it at that. Mm-hmm. You don't have to get upset and say, you know what? Since y'all don't want to go here, then I'm going to say these are the type of women that we shouldn't date. But all the women that you said that you shouldn't date are the exact same women
that you about to find.
You got to think at the age that I'm at now, there's not one woman that doesn't have a kid. Mm-hmm. There's not one woman that don't have a tattoo. There's not one woman that probably have not or have been in the lifestyle of a sex worker, regardless of the level of that it is. Mm-hmm. There's not a woman that don't have an IG page, that doesn't have ear piercings, that haven't had exotic hair at some point in time, or the color. Friends. That travel, drink regularly. I'm doing a drink regularly.
Women with whole friends. Come on.
Like both lists, honestly, is absurd.
It's terrible.
Because women, what are you looking for? Are you looking for a free meal or are you looking for a husband? Man, what are you looking for? Are you looking to avoid women or are you looking for a wife? Like, which one is it? Because both of these lists, if you put them together, look like y'all trying to avoid each other.
Yeah.
That's essentially what it looks like. Yeah. So, looking at the pre-pandemic and looking at post-pandemic, and I have always been in favor of online dating, but looking at pre-pandemic and people are dating and socializing, I think it was better pre-pandemic than it was post-pandemic. And the reason why I say post-pandemic is because a lot of people are still on edge from the COVID-19 virus and everything, and online dating just seems it seems better than having to meet somebody in person. Now, somebody can say, well, people are crazy online. Yeah, but people are crazy in person. Mm-hmm. Like, on any front, you're not going to get the best vibe on whether a person is crazy online or whether a person is crazy in person. Because some people can mask it really well and then turn out to be crazy. Mm-hmm. And then just because you talk to somebody online, just because you can't get an understanding, I always make it a point to say, hey, can we do a video chat before we meet or before we move offline, or how the case is, or whatever the case is. I always try to do a video chat. I need to see your vibe throw this video chat, because you may be one of those crazy girls. I can't just throw you my address, you wildin'.
Make sure that's an updated picture.
Man.
Let me see. Make sure it matches.
Listen. Like, that picture was 10 years ago. You was not that size no more. Young lady, you looking a little bigger and thicker.
Okay. Oh, is she really a she? Let me see.
Matter of fact, that reminds me, I went on a date one time. I looked at this girl picture. I looked at her. I looked at the picture. I was like,
oh.
That ain't what that picture look like. That ain't you. That ain't you. But I am MNG. This is Pharaoh, Mr. Nice Guy. Again, I want to thank Shayla for coming out here and having this discussion with me. Really appreciate it. Big ups to you. Make sure y'all follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Farewell MNG. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. We got new episodes coming every Monday. We got new shit coming down the line. Look, we'll see you on the next recording. Peace.
Peace out.